Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We are here with week number 44 of the hashtag 52 projects. 52 projects are just little projects that I find on Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest. I make them up, Google, what have you, just to give you a little sense of accomplishment. They're great for craft fairs. They're quick and easy. Most of them are done in under 30 minutes from start to finish, including matting. So this week is no different. This week is brought to us by Wendy Lee on YouTube, and her blog is creativelyyours.com. So it's very cute. I like her little blog name because she put her last name in there. I thought that was really cute. So this is the little box that we're going to make. It is a little tiny treat box that holds 2 Hershey Kisses, and it opens up like this, and you can put a little message here. It's kind of like those, those Lifesaver treat in a card box type things that you get, and they have like little lifesavers and you can write a little message right here. That's kind of what this is. So I just thought it was super cute. You can Velcro it shut or put magnets. Right now I couldn't find my magnets or my Velcro because I was cleaning my room, and of course, when you clean you can't find anything afterwards. So, but it's so cute. So we're gonna go ahead and make it. Now for the next box, I'm using all scraps. When I do my prototypes, these are all scraps too. So these are great scrap users, and I just pulled any paper collection, see my scraps, and I just found ones that matched the sizes that I need. Okay, so you're going to need 3 pieces of paper. Now you can do, if you want your outside cover to be one color, your inside color to be a different color, and your little band to be a different color, that's up to you. I did this one all in pink, and then this one I'm going to do all in my fall paper. So you're going to need one piece that is 3 7/8 by 4 5/8. You're going to need one piece, this is the outside cover, that's going to be 3 5/8 by 2 1/4. And then the little closure, which is 3 by 1. Really small. Okay, so let's go ahead and work with the bigger piece. So the 3 7/8 by the 4 5/8. You're going to score on all 4 sides at 5/8 of an inch and 1 1/4. So 5/8 and 1 1/4 on all 4 sides. So 5/8, 1 1/4. Next one, 5/8 and 1 1/4. Next one, 5/8 and 1 1/4. And next one, 5/8 and 1 1/4. I did it that way for Brittany. She'll get the joke. Anyway, so 5/8 and 1 1/4 on all 4 sides. Let's go ahead and set that one aside. We'll get our next biggest piece, which is the 3 5/8 by 2 1/4. And on the long side, we're going to score at 1 1/2 and 2 1/8. So 1 1/2, 2 1/8. Okay. And then on our tiny little closure on the long side, we're going to do 7/8 and 1 1/2. And that's it. Okay, let's move all of this out of the way. We need to do some cutting. Oops. Now you can do your closure. This closure, I just put like a little scallop circle out of the scraps to kind of give it a little extra stability. And then I was going to add like a little, it was going to be a skull. I can't find it right now. I made it and it's on my desk somewhere, so just imagine like a little skull decoration, a little bit more decorative. You can just leave it like this and maybe punch the corners, depending on what you're adding onto it. Just make sure that it is stable. So let's go ahead, and on the little piece, we can go ahead and varnish our side since we're right here. Oh my gosh, maybe. I varnished that so good it didn't want to open. Okay, so that piece, that's it on that. The book cover, let's go ahead and varnish that. Okay, Now my big piece, I am going to cut before I burnish, but you can burnish first if that's easier for you. And I will show you on the white side what all we need to do. Okay, so first what we need to do is, it might be easier on this side. I'll just hold it. We need to just cut up this score line, this score line, this score line, and that score line. So we're just cutting up those score lines. And we're going to turn it around and do the other side. You can use your paper trimmer if you like. I'm okay with scissors. Okay, so that's all we did. Now you guys know I like to cut the score line completely out of there. It just takes away some of that bulk. You don't have to do this step, but I just like to cut that score line. That's why I don't burnish first, because when you burnish, you lose that thick piece. You know, you lose where you can see to cut the score line out. You don't have to, again, you don't have to do this part. If you just want to cut up that line and call it done, it's going to be the same. I just like to do this extra step. Okay, so we just have those cut. Now, all we need to do is, on all four sides, you're going to cut the end two boxes completely off. Okay, so we're just going to take this box off, two boxes, and we're going to take these outer two boxes out, like so. Okay, we're going to do the same to the other side. We're going to take off the outer two boxes. And the outer two boxes. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. Okay, now we don't need the remaining small squares, we don't need the full length, and so we're just going to chop off the end piece, okay? But you need it for the middle, so don't chop the middle. If you already chopped the middle, like that piece right there where my thumb is, that's fine. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. It's just you're not going to have a double stable box. So don't throw it away if you chopped it off. It's fine. Okay, so it should look something like that. Now your pieces right here in between may not be as thick as mine, because like I said, I cut that score line out. You may have left yours in there. So don't fret if yours is not exactly this wide, okay? All right, now I'm going to go ahead and burnish all of the lines. And sometimes taking all of the score line out, it kind of hurts me because sometimes I take too much out and then it leaves a gap. So, yeah. Okay. All right, and so we're going to go ahead and burnish this last piece, and we should be good to go. So basically, your box is almost done. As you can see, you're going to fold your tabs in, and your box is just going to, I'm going to show you quickly, and then I'll show you slowly. Oh my gosh, get in there. Your tabs will come in, and you'll fold it over like so, and then, you know, you fold into pieces. So, Wendy did it really, she did it a nice, easy way. So all you need to do is, if you take your glue dots and just put it on your little, oh, actually, you know what, before we do that, you may have to miter your corners because, miter your boxes because you may not have cut completely straight. I forgot about that part. So I'm just going to go ahead and miter, just take off the tiniest little chunk off the sides, And when I said tiny, I just cut off a big old chunk, but it's okay. Just a little sliver off the sides of all these, just the outside tabs. This step may not be necessary if you cut straight, but if you didn't cut straight, this is very forgiving. And I'm just going to take off just a tiny little bit of an angle on each of the tabs and flaps. Just a tiny bit. Probably would have been less if I used my smaller scissors, but again, this box is very forgiving. Okay, so we're going to put the glue dots on all 4 of these little tabs. You don't have to do this step. I didn't do this step on mine because I was comfortable with just folding it in, but some people may not be comfortable with holding it in, so we'll show you this way. It's a great beginner 3D step. Okay, so I'm going to turn it back over. And how she did hers is that on the short flap, she just lined up the sides and put that tab in with the glue dot. Okay, so she did it on both sides. Now I'm just going to show you how she did it on her side, and I'll show you how I did it on my side. Okay, so now all you're going to do is, put some glue on that. You can use score tape or liquid glue or the new Stampin' Up! Something Fast Seal, I think it was called, or something like that. It's like, I guess it's like a tape runner on steroids. Not Fast Fuse, but they have a new one that's kind of like score tape, I guess. All right, and then she just folded that in. Okay, nice and clean. Now I did the same thing. The only thing is I didn't put the glue dots on mine. I just went for it, folded it all up, and just folded the outside onto my tabs. Whichever way makes you, more comfortable. If you feel you want to be more precise, then go ahead and put the glue dots and then glue the tabs in and then fold over. But for me, I didn't need the glue dots. I just folded over. And then now you have your outer 2 flaps, and then you're just going to do the same thing. You're just going to put glue and fold them over. This is what I was saying, that if you accidentally cut these off, you're fine. Because it's just, making the box a little bit more reinforced. But if you use good quality paper, this step is not going to be a big deal. Okay. So there's that. This is great for your double-sided paper. This collection is just single-sided. It still looks really cute. So that's your inside box there. And now you can work on the cover. So basically we're just going to glue the little box inside the cover like so. But first what you probably want to do is go ahead and add your the little arm to it. I mean, it's really up to you if you do it first or second. Maybe I'll do it second. I'm going to glue my box in first. So I'm just using wet glue. Again, you can use your score tape or whatever you want. You're just going to take and you're just going to glue it right in the center, leaving about probably like 1/8 of an inch all around. This is why I like liquid glue, because this one I didn't do it very straight, so I still have a little tiny bit of wiggle room before I push it down. And then your box is essentially done. Now all we need to do is add our little arm here. So you just want to kind of where you scored it. That's how I just glue it. Because it's not going to go all the way to the edge. So that's why I like wet glue for this step. That's good. And just make sure your glue is all the way out. So it's like 1/8 of an inch from the score line. If you want to do it before you put your box in. It's up to you. Now, this is where I was saying for this part, if you want to add, you know, something to make it part of the closure, like she did a 1.5 by 1.5 little cutout on hers, but I think what I'm going to do on mine, I just want to add this little fox. And fussy cutting is not something that I enjoy, but I really want this fox on here, so I'm just going to fussy cut him. I do have the fox punch, but I'm just going to fussy cut this guy real quick. And then he is just going to be part of my closure. Now I might add a little piece behind him because he kind of got lost in there. So let's do, let me do a 1.5 by 1.5 piece out of this, and let's see how he looks on that. This would be great if you had your 6x6 paper pads and they have those little mini cutouts. That would be great. All right. She did two pieces at 1.5 and 1.5. Like I said, to give it just that little bit more stability. For right now, I'm only going to do the one here. And then you can just add him as your little, I don't know if I like that, so I'm just not going to glue it down. Like so, and then you'll just put your little Velcro piece right here, you know, line it up, and then you can just pull it off and on. So it'd be really cute. Great crafter. Oh, you know what? I do have the chocolates to put in there. So it fits 2 Hershey Nuggets perfectly. You could probably put one of those little tiny, I saw this little, the tiniest bottle of hand sanitizer. You could probably fit that in there in your little box. But there you go. I hope you guys enjoy it. Definitely show Wendy Lee some love, and I hope you make it. Thanks for watching. Bye.